actually done boycotting. We did it after the end of the war in 2009, May 2009. What we did, we started boycotting or attempting to run pickets outside Marks and Spencer's, and then we ultimately moved on to Gap, because they and most high street companies are importing Sri Lankan products, and that's where they make their income. Sri Lanka relies on that income because nobody wants to have Sri Lankan rupees around the world. They need dollars and pounds. They need foreign exchange. Nobody will take their currency. They need to convert it. So they have to sell these imports, and of course they put taxes on for the money that the companies make. So it's pretty vital for Sri Lanka. However, there's only 3 targets you've got in any boycott campaign, and obviously the most successful one, I suppose, was South Africa. But it's not as simple as people think. There's 3 targets, obviously. One's authorities, national governments or local authorities, mainly national. The other, obviously, is the public, and the third is the Tamils themselves. Okay? What are the tools that you can use? One's diplomatic, which is going to be mainly government, banning Rajapaksa from going around the world, as he's done with Mugabe. There's economic sanctions, like the GSP Plus, and banning all imports. And of course, there's economic boycotts. Now, we did economic boycott and economic sanction. We were successful, not us, but the Tamil community and people, their friends, stopped the GSP Plus. So and that hurt them, and we know from the reaction of Sri Lanka, they reacted against that and tried to cause certain organisations problems over here, because we were successful, and that cost them a lot of money. Sadly, the economic boycott didn't work. It doesn't work, and there's lots of reasons for it. The first is that people won't come out on the street. They're bored, they're fed up, they're standing there. It's raining, it's too hot, or it's this, it's that. Don't want to be seen. A million excuses, they don't turn up, yeah? Secondly, the people that you're trying to encourage don't take any notice. The vast majority of people, anybody thinks, are not bothered about what's happening in Sri Lanka or Bali or anywhere in the world. They're only interested in their pocket, right or wrong. So most people will not refuse to buy products which are made by Sri Lanka. Also, of course, they hide, they disguise where it's from anyway. They often use companies from the UK and put it as if it's done in Britain. They have gone from Sri Lanka, so they hide it anyway. So it doesn't work. And the third problem is that, with respect to my friends in the Tamil community, they're not boycotting stuff from Sri Lanka. They're buying chili powder from Sri Lanka. Stop buying it. You can't expect people like me or other people outside the trade unions to boycott Sri Lanka if you're going to invest in Sri Lanka or you're going to buy chili powder from Sri Lanka, and you could buy it from India. But until you break the knot and the connection between Tamils here and Sri Lanka, you won't win support, we won't win support from non-Tamils, because they say, well, why aren't you doing it then? So, we've got to be realistic. I'm totally in favour of campaigns, any campaign against Sri Lanka, that we've got to support that. But I don't want to see what we did, and that's flogging a dead horse, and banging the head against a brick wall, because after 6 months or a year, you won't want to do it ever again. You say, waste of time, nobody's turning up. Boycotts are difficult. The only reason it worked in South Africa, with respect, was government action. The boycotting of South Africa wasn't won by the people, other than the fact that it embarrassed the governments to act. But ultimately, it only worked when the governments, in the end, said, all right, there's too many people want it, we're too embarrassed not to go with the people, we'll have to put sanctions on South Africa. They didn't want to, obviously, because like with Sri Lanka, they've got economic links, they've got business links. So they don't want to pull out of Sri Lanka anymore, they wanted to pull out of South Africa. The reason they pulled out of South Africa is because the people forced them to do it, embarrassed them. So we've got to embarrass the British government by mobilising the people on the ground to do it. All I'm saying is we have to be clever, because we've banged our head against a brick wall and we don't want you to do the same thing. So we need, probably if you're going to do street activity, tourism is the best. Because if somebody buys from Gap and buys a shirt for £10, it might be 50p or 20p for somebody in Sri Lanka. If you stop somebody spending £1,000, £2,000 and going to Sri Lanka on holiday, that's going to hurt their economy big time, and it's only one person. So So let's be clever and not be too emotional. Let's do it through cleverness rather than, you know, your head rather than your heart. So let's focus on tourism.